So with Doomsday coming out next year and Marvel needing it to make a gore $1 billion just to break even, and the rest of the cast potentially being announced by the end of this month, I want to run through who I think are locks for the part 2 announcement of the cast. Firstly, I think the Daredevil characters are probably going to have some appearance in some way, so Punisher and Daredevil are probably locks in some capacity, especially if Frank Castle gets the War Machine upgrade that I predicted in my brand new day video. Deadpool and Wolverine are for sure locks. I don't see a world where either of them don't show up, and I don't know why they weren't in the initial announcement, but I assume that they're going to be there. Next, Doctor Strange and Wong are definitely locks. The only one I'm unsure about is America Chavez, but her powers being multiversal, I could see a world where she shows up and has some impact on the plot. Next, I also think that Mark Ruffalo's Hulk is probably going to show up in some capacity, and because it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense for him to not be there, especially after showing up in Brand New Day. Lastly, I think the only original X-Men character they haven't announced that is probably going to be in the cast is Halle Berry Storm. Unless there's some sort of reason they haven't announced yet, there's some sort of conflict, I do believe that she will be there, and they just haven't announced her yet because they were trying to work out some sort of contract with her. And lastly, for the main cast, I do think Chris Evans is going to be in the movie. We just don't know what role he's going to play, whether it's going to be actual Captain America or some sort of evil variant of himself. So yeah, if there is a part 2 cast announcement, I would put a large sum of money on these guys being there. But no, I don't think characters that have been in unpopular projects like Ms. Marvel, Captain Marvel, The Eternals, Echo, I don't think any of those characters are probably going to be in this movie. But who knows, maybe there is no part 2 cast announcement and everything's being saved for Secret Wars. Comment below if there's any characters that you think are locks, I'd love to read them.